The three of them stood frozen in a tableau of disaster. Tyler with his expensive roses. Lena with her lipstick smudged and her walls rebuilding brick by brick. Ayla with her heart hammering and her carefully constructed world cracking at the seams. "How much did you see?" Ayla asked, her voice steadier than she felt. Tyler's smile was slow, dangerous. "Enough. And what are you going to do with that information?" Lena's tone had gone ice-cold, professional armor fully restored. She stepped away from Ayla, creating distance that felt like miles. "That depends." Tyler set the roses down with deliberate care. "What's it worth to you?" Ayla laughed, sharp and bitter. "You want money? To keep quiet about something that's nobody's business." "I don't want money." Tyler leaned against the doorframe, completely at ease. "I want exactly what I've been promised. A career boost. Publicity. Association with the biggest pop star in the world." He paused. "And I'm willing to keep my mouth shut about this, as long as we keep our arrangement. You play girlfriend in public. I don't mention what happens in private. Everybody wins. Except us," Lena said quietly. "You?" Tyler's eyebrows rose. "You're an assistant. You'll get another job." The casual dismissal made Ayla's blood boil. "Get out, Ayla. Out. Now. Before I call security and have you removed." Tyler straightened, his expression hardening. "You need me. Marcus set this up because without a story to feed them, the press will tear you apart looking for the real one. I'm your cover. Your protection." He looked between them. "Both of you should be thanking me." "The roses," Ayla said, her voice dangerous and quiet. "Take them with you." For a moment, Tyler looked like he might argue. Then he grabbed the bouquet, his jaw tight. "Friday night. The gala. You need to be there with me, looking happy and in love. That's not optional." He headed for the door, then paused. "And Ayla? Whatever this is." He gestured vaguely at the space between her and Lena. "It won't survive the spotlight. Trust me. Some things are better left in the dark." The door closed behind him with a soft click that sounded like a gunshot. Silence flooded the space he left behind. "He's right," Lena said finally, her voice hollow. "I should go." "Don't." Ayla reached for her, then dropped her hand when Lena flinched. "Please. Don't run from this." "I'm not running. I'm being realistic." Lena finally looked at her, and her eyes were devastated. "This was a mistake. We got caught up in a moment, but don't you dare." Ayla closed the distance between them in 3 strides. "Don't you dare call this a mistake. Don't diminish what we just what?" Lena's composure cracked, showing the raw hurt underneath. "Kissed? Finally gave in to 4 years of tension? And then immediately got interrupted by the man you're supposed to be fake dating, who now has leverage over both of us. He won't say anything. You don't know that." "I know I don't care." Ayla grabbed Lena's hand, lacing their fingers together. "I don't care who knows. I don't care about Marcus or Tyler or any of them." "Yes, you do." Lena's thumb brushed across Ayla's knuckles, the gesture achingly tender despite her words. "You care about your career, your music, the empire you've built. And you should. You've worked too hard to let it all burn because of what? Love." The word slipped out before Ayla could stop it. Lena's breath caught. "Don't. Why not? It's true." Ayla stepped closer, until they were breathing the same air again. "I'm in love with you. I have been for longer than I want to admit. And I'm tired of pretending otherwise. Ayla, I love the way you take your coffee with too much cream and not enough sugar. I love that you know exactly what I need before I do. I love how you stand in the wings during my shows, watching like I'm performing only for you." Ayla's voice broke. "I love that you see me, the real me, not the brand or the image or the carefully curated version. Just me." Tears slid down Lena's cheeks, and she didn't bother wiping them away. "This isn't fair." "I know. I can't be the reason you lose everything." "You won't be. You're the reason I still have anything worth keeping." Ayla cupped Lena's face, thumbs brushing away tears. "Stay. Tonight. Just tonight. Let me show you what this means to me. Lena closed her eyes, warring with herself. When she opened them again, they were full of something that looked like surrender. Just tonight, she whispered. Tomorrow we figure out the rest. Tomorrow, Ayla agreed and kissed her softly. Slowly. Like they had all the time in the world instead of stolen hours before reality crashed back in. Ayla's bedroom was all white linens and floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city lights. She'd never brought anyone here, not Marcus Reed, not any of the brief, forgettable hookups that had meant nothing. This space was hers. Private. Sacred. Until now. Lena stood by the window, backlit by Los Angeles sprawling below like a galaxy. She'd taken off her blazer, unbuttoned the top 2 buttons of her silk blouse. She looked nervous. Beautiful. Real. I don't know how to do this, Lena admitted quietly. I've imagined it 1,000 times, but now that it's happening, Me too. Ayla crossed to her, taking her hands. We'll figure it out together. She led Lena to the bed, and they sat facing each other, knees touching. The air between them was electric, charged with 4 years of want, and the terrifying vulnerability of finally being seen. Can I? Ayla asked, her fingers hovering near the next button of Lena's blouse. Lena nodded, and Ayla worked the button slowly, reverently, revealing smooth brown skin inch by inch. When the shirt fell away, Lena shivered despite the warm room. You're shaking, Ayla murmured. I'm nervous. Lena's smile was shaky. You're Ayla Nova. You've been with models and actors, and none of them mattered. Ayla pressed a kiss to Lena's shoulder, then her collarbone, then the hollow of her throat. None of them were you. Lena's hands came up to frame Ayla's face, pulling her up for a kiss that started gentle and deepened into something desperate. They fell back onto the bed, bodies tangling together, mouths hungry and hands exploring. Ayla pulled off her own shirt, then her jeans, until she was in just her underwear. Lena's eyes darkened, her gaze traveling over Ayla's body like a prayer. You're so beautiful, Lena breathed. I've watched you on stage 100 times, wearing barely anything, and it never affected me like this. Why not? Because then you were performing. Now you're just you. Lena's fingers traced the curve of Ayla's hip, the dip of her waist. And you're even more beautiful when you're not trying to be. Ayla's breath hitched as Lena's touch grew bolder, sliding beneath the lace of her underwear. She arched into it, gasping, and Lena made a soft sound of wonder. Tell me what you want, Lena whispered against her ear. You. Just you. All of you. They moved together slowly, learning each other's bodies like a new language. Lena was careful, attentive, paying attention to every gasp and sigh. When she finally slid her fingers inside, Ayla cried out, gripping Lena's shoulders. Okay, Lena asked, stilling. More than okay. Don't stop. Please don't stop. Lena didn't. She built Ayla up slowly, steadily, until Ayla was trembling and begging and finally shattering. She buried her face in Lena's neck as she came, breathing in bergamot and cedar and home. I've got you, Lena murmured, holding her through the aftershocks. I've always got you. When Ayla could breathe again, she rolled them over, pinning Lena beneath her. Your turn. You don't have to. I want to. Ayla kissed her way down Lena's body, mapping scars and soft places. I've wanted to for so long. She took her time, learning what made Lena gasp, what made her arch, what made her fingers tangle in Ayla's hair and pull. When Lena finally fell apart, she said Ayla's name like a prayer and a benediction. After, they lay tangled together, sweaty and satisfied and gloriously undone. Tell me something true, Ayla said, tracing patterns on Lena's stomach. Something I don't know. Lena was quiet for a long moment. I almost quit. 3 months ago. Ayla's hand stilled. What? I was offered a job. Head of operations for a tech startup. More money. Normal hours. A chance to have my own life instead of living in yours. Lena's fingers combed through Ayla's hair. I got as far as writing my resignation letter. Why didn't you? because the thought of not seeing you every day was worse than the thought of watching you from the sidelines forever. Lena's voice cracked. I told myself I was staying because I believed in your talent. But really, I stayed because I'm in love with you, and I'm not brave enough to leave. Ayla propped herself up on one elbow, looking down at Lena's face in the dim light. That's the bravest thing I've ever heard. It doesn't feel brave. It feels like slow-motion self-destruction. Then let's destruct together. Ayla kissed her softly. No more hiding. No more pretending. Your career will survive or it won't. But I know I won't survive losing you. Not again. Not when I've finally had this. Lena pulled her down for another kiss, deeper this time, full of promises neither of them knew if they could keep. They made love again, slower this time, learning the rhythms of each other's breathing and the weight of each other's bodies. Between kisses, they talked about Lena's childhood in Chicago, her mother who cleaned houses to send her to college, her younger brother who was studying engineering. About the dreams she deferred to become indispensable to someone else's dream. I wanted to be a photographer, Lena admitted in the dark. Travel the world. Document real life, real people. But I couldn't afford to chase something so impractical. Show me your work, Ayla said. I know you still take photos. I've seen the camera in your bag. They're nothing special. I don't believe that. Lena reached for her phone on the nightstand, scrolling through images. Candid shots of street life, architectural details, stark black and white portraits. And mixed in between, photos of Ayla. Unguarded moments. Laughing backstage. Sleeping on planes. Staring out windows with that look she got when she was writing lyrics in her head. These are incredible, Ayla breathed. Lena, you're talented. Really talented. It's just a hobby. It's more than that. It's how you see the world. Ayla studied a photo of herself, taken from behind during a sound check. You make me look human. Not like a brand or a product. Like a person. That's because you're a person. That's all I've ever seen. Ayla set the phone aside and pulled Lena close, pressing a kiss to her forehead. After this tour ends, we're taking a trip. Anywhere you want. And you're bringing your camera. Ayla. I mean it. Paris. Tokyo. Iceland. Wherever. Ayla's voice was fierce. You've spent 4 years making my dreams come true. It's time someone did that for you. Lena's eyes filled with tears again. Why are you like this? Like what? Perfect. Ayla laughed softly. I'm the furthest thing from perfect. I'm a disaster held together by stage makeup and your organizational skills. You're perfect to me. They fell asleep like that, wrapped around each other, the city lights painting patterns on their skin. For a few hours, the world outside didn't exist. There was no Tyler. No Marcus. No scandal waiting to break. Just 2 women who'd finally stopped running from the truth. Ayla woke to pale morning light and the sound of her phone buzzing incessantly. Lena was still asleep beside her, face peaceful, hair wild against the white pillows. Ayla wanted to stay in this moment forever, suspended in the before, where everything was still simple and theirs alone. But the phone kept buzzing. She slipped out of bed carefully, grabbing the phone from where she'd abandoned it last night. 43 missed calls. 67 texts. All from Marcus. The most recent one made her blood run cold. Timsy has a photo. You and Lena. Through the hotel window 2 nights ago. It's blurry but unmistakable. They're posting in an hour. Call me now. Ayla's hands started shaking. Behind her, she heard Lena stir. What's wrong? Get dressed, Ayla said, her voice hollow. Everything just changed. Have you ever felt this? Comment your experience and where you're watching from. They dressed in silence. Lena's hands shook as she buttoned her wrinkled blouse from yesterday. Ayla pulled on jeans and a sweatshirt, her mind racing through scenarios, each one worse than the last. The morning light that had seemed so gentle 10 minutes ago now felt harsh and exposing. Let me see the photo, Lena said quietly. Ayla pulled it up on her phone. The image was grainy, shot through a hotel window with a long lens, but there was no mistaking what it showed. 2 women kissing. One with platinum blonde hair that caught every spotlight in the world. The other with dark curls and a black blazer that Lena had worn to a dozen industry events. The caption read, Ayla Nova's real secret romance? Exclusive photo obtained by TMZ shows the pop icon in intimate moment with unidentified woman. Story developing. Unidentified, Lena said, her laugh bitter. That'll last about 15 minutes, once they start looking. Ayla's phone exploded with an incoming call. Marcus. She answered on speaker. Where are you? His voice was controlled chaos, too calm, which meant he was furious. Home. Alone? Ayla looked at Lena, whose expression had gone carefully blank. Professional distance rebuilding like a fortress wall.
No.
Jesus Christ, Ayla. A pause. Papers shuffling. The click of a lighter. My office. 30 minutes. Both of you. Don't talk to anyone. Don't post anything. Don't even fucking breathe wrong until we figure out how to contain this. Maybe we don't contain it, Ayla said. The silence on the other end was deafening. Excuse me? Maybe I just tell the truth. The truth. Marcus's laugh was sharp. The truth is career suicide. The truth is your label dropping you, your sponsors pulling out, your tour getting canceled. The truth is I'm in love with her. Ayla grabbed Lena's hand. And I'm not apologizing for it. How noble.
How brave.
How fucking stupid. Marcus's voice went cold. You want to throw away a $200 million empire for a relationship that, let's be honest, probably won't survive the spotlight anyway? Be my guest. But don't come crying to me when you're playing state fairs in 5 years. The call ended. Ayla threw her phone across the room. It hit the wall but didn't break. Nothing ever broke when you wanted it to. He's right, Lena said softly. Don't. Ayla, look at me. Lena turned her around, hands on her shoulders. I love you. I do. But I'm not worth losing everything for. You are to me.
Today. Right now.
In this perfect bubble we created last night. Lena's eyes were full of unshed tears. But in 6 months? A year? When you're dealing with the fallout, when your career is in shambles, when you resent me for being the reason you lost it all. That won't happen. You don't know that. Lena stepped back, creating distance. And I won't let you make a decision this big while you're emotional. We're going to that meeting. We're going to hear what Marcus has to say. And then what? Then you're going to choose what's best for you. Not for me. Not for us. For you. Marcus's office felt like a war room. He stood at his desk with 3 publicists, 2 lawyers, and someone Ayla didn't recognize, a woman in her 50s with severe glasses and an iPad covered in crisis management notes. Sit, Marcus commanded. They sat. This is Dr. Sarah Chen, reputation management specialist. She's handled worse than this. Marcus turned his laptop around. The TMZ article was live. Already 3,000 comments. Already trending worldwide. Ayla forced herself to read the comments. OMG, who is she? I knew Ayla was gay. This is why she broke up with Marcus Reed.
Fake.
Photoshop. Nice try, TMZ. If this is real, I'm burning all my Ayla Nova merch. They'll identify Lena within the hour, Dr. Chen said, her voice clinical. Social media investigators are already pulling photos from red carpets, award shows, airport arrivals. Every public appearance where she's visible in the background. Lena's face had gone pale. So, what's the play? Ayla asked. Deny everything, Marcus said immediately. The photo is blurry. Could be anyone. We put out a statement saying you're devastated by this invasion of privacy, that you were simply consoling a friend during a difficult time, and that you're currently in a happy relationship with Tyler Monroe. No. It's the only way to. I said no. Ayla stood, her hands balled into fists. I'm not lying anymore. I'm not pretending to be someone. I'm not just to sell records and make everyone comfortable. This isn't about comfort. It's about survival. Dr. Chen pulled up a slideshow. I've mapped out 3 scenarios. In scenario 1, where you deny and commit to Tyler, you lose approximately 15% of your fan base. Conservative groups, religious organizations, some international markets. Painful, but manageable. She clicked to the next slide. Scenario 2, where you come out but stay vague about the relationship, you lose 30%. More sponsors drop, radio play decreases, but your core fan base stays loyal. You become a different kind of brand. Edgier. More niche. Another click. Scenario 3, where you confirm the relationship with your assistant. You lose 50 to 60% of everything. Fans, sponsors, radio, streaming numbers. The narrative becomes POPSTAR seduced by her employee. Power dynamics. Inappropriate workplace relationship. #MeToo implications. It doesn't matter that it's not true. The court of public opinion won't care. Ayla felt sick. That's not, Lena started. I know it's not true, Dr. Chen said, not unkindly. But perception is reality. And right now, the perception will be that a powerful celebrity took advantage of someone in her employ. I pursued her, Lena said quietly. I kissed her first. Doesn't matter, Marcus cut in. You're the help. She's the star. That's the story they'll tell. Ayla looked at Lena, who'd gone completely still.
Shut down.
Preparing for the inevitable. There's a fourth option, one of the lawyers said. Ms. Brooks resigns. Effective immediately. You release a joint statement saying she's leaving to pursue other opportunities. You continue the relationship with Tyler publicly. And whatever happens privately stays private. You want her to quit? Ayla's voice was dangerous. You want me to throw away the best thing in my life, so I can keep pretending? I want you to keep your career, Marcus said. Look, I get it. You have feelings. But feelings don't pay for sold-out stadiums and world tours. The machine you've built, it runs on image. And this image is broken. Ayla's phone buzzed. Then Lena's. Then all of them at once. Marcus looked at his screen and went white. What? Ayla demanded. Your mother just gave an interview to People magazine. He turned the phone around. The headline read, Ayla Nova's mother speaks out. My daughter is going through a confusing time. Ayla read the quote, her vision blurring with rage. I love my daughter, but I'm concerned about the people influencing her decisions right now. She's always been impressionable, and I hope she'll remember the values we raised her with. This isn't who she really is. The room tilted. She knew, Ayla whispered. She fucking knew, and
Her phone rang.
Her mother.
She declined it.
It rang again.
Her father this time. Declined.
Then her label head. Her tour manager. Every person with a stake in the Ayla Nova brand, calling to cover their own asses. I need air. Ayla stood, stumbling toward the door. Ayla, Marcus started. Don't. Just don't. She looked at Lena, who was sitting perfectly still, tears streaming silently down her face. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. She ran. Ayla found herself in the stairwell, 7 floors up, gasping for air that wouldn't come. Her chest was too tight. Her lungs wouldn't expand. The walls were closing in.
Panic attack.
She knew the signs.
Knew she should breathe. Count.
Ground herself. But all she could see was Lena's face. Destroyed. Resigned to being collateral damage in Ayla's life. Footsteps echoed above her. Someone coming down fast. Move over. Joss, her choreographer, her friend, her only real ally in this industry, sat beside her on the concrete steps. They didn't say anything, just pulled Ayla against their side and let her shake apart. Heard about the photo, Joss said finally. About time, honestly. You two have been making eyes at each other for years. I fucked up. Ayla's voice was raw. I let myself want something real, and now everything's on fire. So let it burn. Joss tilted their head back against the wall. You know how much money I lost when I came out as non-binary? How many choreography gigs disappeared? How many industry people stopped returning my calls? I can't. Listen to me. Joss grabbed her face, forcing eye contact. You can rebuild a career. You can't rebuild a life you hate living. I've watched you perform a version of yourself for 4 years. And yeah, it's made you rich and famous and successful. But it's also made you miserable. I don't know how to do this. Nobody does. That's the point. You just do it anyway. Footsteps again. Lighter this time. Lena appeared on the landing below, mascara smudged, professional mask completely shattered. I'm quitting, she said. I just told Marcus. I'm resigning effective immediately, citing personal reasons. I'll sign whatever NDA they want. I'll disappear. No. It's already done. Lena's voice was flat, empty. This way, you can deny everything. Claim I was a disgruntled employee trying to extort you or get famous or whatever story they want to sell. You can. Stop. Ayla stood, her legs shaking. You're not quitting. You're not disappearing. And I'm not denying anything. Ayla, your career. Fuck my career. The words came out strong.
Clear. True.
If I have to choose between you and everything else, I choose you. Every single time. Lena's composure cracked completely.
Don't do this.
Don't throw everything away for love. Ayla crossed to her, taking her face in both hands. That's exactly what I'm doing. Because you were right last night. I've been performing so long, I forgot what real looks like. But this is the most real thing I've ever had. And I'm not giving that up. They'll destroy you. Then they'll destroy me. But I'll be destroyed telling the truth instead of living a lie. Ayla kissed her, hard and desperate. I love you. And I'm done hiding it. Joss cleared their throat. Hate to interrupt the romantic moment, but you have a show tonight. Opening night of the tour. 50,000 people. Sold out. Non-refundable. Ayla had forgotten. The tour. The stage. The machine that never stopped moving. What do you want to do? Lena asked softly. Ayla thought about running. About canceling. About taking Lena's hand and disappearing to some place where nobody knew her name. But she thought about her fans, too. The real ones. The ones who'd loved her music before the brand existed. The ones who saw themselves in her lyrics about loneliness and longing and searching for something authentic in a fake world. I want to sing, she said finally. And I want you in the wings, where you've always been. Where you belong. Your team will never allow it. Not after. I don't care what they allow. Ayla's voice was steel. This is my show. My career. My life. And I'm taking it back. The stadium was chaos. Security had been tripled because of the photo. Protesters lined up outside with signs. Homosexuality is sin and pray for Ayla. But also, we love you, Ayla, and be who you are, and rainbow flags that made Ayla's throat tight. Marcus tried to intercept her at the stage entrance. Last chance, he said. Walk out there. Perform the show. Don't address it. Tomorrow, we put out the statement with Tyler.
No.
Ayla. You're fired, Marcus. The words felt like flying. Effective immediately. I'll pay out your contract, but I'm done.
With you.
With the fake relationship. With all of it. His face went red. You're making the biggest mistake of your life. Probably. She smiled, and it felt real for the first time in years. But it's my mistake to make. She walked past him into the organized chaos of backstage. Dancers stretching. Band warming up. Lighting crew making final checks. Lena was there, standing beside Joss, looking terrified and beautiful and so brave. You came, Ayla said. I'll always come when you need me. Lena stepped close, voice low. What are you going to do out there? I don't know yet. Ayla took her hand, lacing their fingers together in full view of the entire crew. But I know I need you to be there. In the wings. Where I can see you. Ayla, are you sure? I've never been more sure of anything. The stage manager's voice crackled over the radio. 5 minutes to places. The crew had gone silent, watching them. Watching this moment that felt like a choice and a declaration and a revolution all at once. Tyler appeared from somewhere, dressed in expensive casual clothes, ready to be spotted in the VIP section as her boyfriend. She told you no, Tyler. Joss said before Ayla could speak. Take the hint and bounce. Tyler looked between them, Ayla and Lena's intertwined hands, the crew's supportive silence, the writing on the wall. Your funeral, he said and left. 2 minutes. The stage manager called. Ayla pulled Lena close, pressing their foreheads together. If this goes badly. It won't. But if it does, then we'll figure it out. Together. Lena kissed her softly. Go be brilliant. I'll be right here. The lights went down in the stadium. 50,000 people started screaming. Ayla walked toward the stage entrance, her heart hammering. Her band was ready. Her dancers were ready. The machine was humming, waiting for her to step into the spotlight and become Ayla Nova again. But she stopped just before the stairs leading up to the stage. Turned back. Looked at Lena standing in the wings, exactly where she'd stood for 4 years, watching, supporting, loving from the shadows.
This is for you, Ayla said.
All of it. Always. She climbed the stairs. The platform rose, lifting her up through the stage floor. The crowd's roar was deafening. Lights exploded around her in gold and white and electric blue. She grabbed the microphone, her opening song cued and ready. But instead of singing, she spoke. This is Ayla Nova, she said, her voice carrying across 50,000 people and live streaming to millions more. And I've been lying to you. The crowd went silent, confused. I've been lying about who I am, about what I want, about what matters to me. Her eyes found Lena in the wings, just barely visible in the stage wash. I've been performing a version of myself that was safe and acceptable and profitable. But she wasn't real. Murmurs rippled through the audience. Some of you saw a photo today of me kissing someone. And I know you have questions. So let me answer them. Her hands were shaking around the microphone. Her name is Lena. She's brilliant and kind and has been by my side for 4 years. And I'm in love with her. The stadium erupted, some cheering, some gasping, some booing. I know this isn't what you signed up for tonight. I know some of you are disappointed, maybe angry, maybe feel betrayed. Ayla's voice cracked. And if you want to leave, I understand. Get your refunds. Burn your merch. Unfollow me. That's your right. She paused, gathering courage. But if you stay, I'm going to give you something I've never given before. The real me. No performance. No brand. Just truth. She looked directly into the camera she knew was broadcasting this. And if that's not enough, then I was never really yours to begin with. The silence stretched. Then someone in the front row started chanting, We love you, Ayla. Another voice joined. Then another. Then hundreds. Thousands. The noise became deafening, not quite unanimous. Some people were definitely leaving, but most were staying. Choosing her. Choosing truth. Ayla looked back at Lena, who had both hands over her mouth, crying. One more thing, Ayla said into the microphone. Lena Brooks, would you come out here? Lena's eyes went wide. She shook her head violently. Please, Ayla said. I'm done hiding us. I'm done keeping the best part of my life in the shadows. Joss gave Lena a gentle push. Slowly, terrified, Lena walked onto the stage. The crowd's roar intensified. Curiosity, support, chaos. Ayla met her center stage, took her hand, and turned back to face 50,000 people and the rest of the world. This is Lena, she said simply. And she's. The stadium lights exploded. Everything went black. Screams erupted. Confusion, panic. The chaos of 50,000 people plunged into sudden darkness. Then emergency lights kicked on, bathing everything in eerie red. And in that crimson glow, standing center stage with Lena's hand in hers and the whole world watching, Ayla Nova smiled. Because whatever happened next, lawsuit, cancellation, career implosion, freedom, it would be real. And real was all she'd ever wanted. Asterisk, what do you think happens next? Comment below and let me know where you're watching from. Asterisk.